Welcome, horny underage ice skaters, to Geek Salad's Retro Movie Reviews from the Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike.
And today we are we experiencing technical difficulties?
Yeah, it looks like you're about 5 seconds behind. Are you in a time loop again?
No, I'm not in a time loop again. And only
Yeah. Sorry, we should have fixed this before we started. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we're
hey.
There we go.
All right, I'm back. Yep.
Yes.
All right. No, I just took my iPad off of Wi-Fi and onto the cellular, so hopefully that might.
Yeah, you're
work.
now.
Okay, great. So anyway, yeah, we are here to talk about Mike's favorite Roger Moore Bond movie in our continuation of the dossier of Bond with 1981's For Your Eyes Only.
Yep. Watched
Only
again last
for
night.
you. What's that?
Watched again last night, and it's only exemplified my my pick as the best Moore. I don't think anything comes close.
Yeah. I mean, this is the most straightforward.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I picked The Man with the Golden Gun as my favorite, it's because it is just so goddamn goofy. And with this one, this is way more straightforward. There is a lot of inherent silliness throughout this movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a Roger Moore Bond.
Yeah.
But pretty much soup to nuts, this is a straightforward adventure.
Yeah, he doesn't even really use any gadgets by Q.
No, he doesn't. No, you're right about that. There isn't a single especially every in Moonraker, which is the movie that came previously to this, everything was Deus Ex watch dart gun. So
yeah, this one, I mean, Q was in it, but only for like a basically a composite match.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, that was
technology.
Early 1980s, late 70s technology there, right there.
Oh man, it's just the funny thing about this movie is, let's just kind of get like some of the knocks out of the way before we talk about like what we really liked about this movie. I don't know what it is about the Bond movies that they always seem to take place 3 years before the time when it comes out, because the music almost never matches. And I really feel like I think like this movie did a good job of finding a big hit artist, like a 1981 hit artist in Sheena Easton for the opening.
Yeah.
But this score is just so. This is Bill Conti, isn't it? This isn't.
Yeah, it is.
This isn't John Barry. This is Bill Conti, who did the Rocky stuff.
Yeah, Bill Conti, and this for a movie that came out in 1981, this soundtrack was straight out of the late 70s.
Yeah. I mean,
fantastic.
I honestly think it would give Hamlish's Spy Who Loved Me score a run for its money in terms of the disco-tasticness of it. It felt very. It just felt like it was a recycled score from a movie that came out 3 or 4 years before.
Yeah, I mean the song, the Sheena Easton song itself, I didn't mind. It felt kind of like very almost love balladish.
Sounds like a feminine hygiene product ad, if you ask me. But
for Roger Moore Bond, that actually fits quite nicely.
It does. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need to clean up shop afterwards. It is
license to spill.
I feel like the song itself is good. Now, she is also the only artist to ever perform like on camera in a Bond opening, which I felt was interesting. It's still the same basic nude bodysuit dancing thing that we've grown accustomed to. But I felt like, the music did take me out a little bit. Another thing that really drove me nuts was Holly Lynn Johnson as BB.
Oddly enough, she's only a year younger than Carol Bouquet.
Yeah, she was 20. if they filmed the movie in 80 for an 81 release, because this was a summer 81 release, that would have made her 22 years old. Playing, I think, was she supposed to be 15?
I don't know. Way too young to be making herself naked on James Bond's bed.
Yeah, not only that, but finding Roger Moore attractive. Because, like I said, going forward from The Man with the Golden Gun, he shows his age.
Yeah.
Very much so.
He was 30 years older than Carol Bouquet and 31 years older than Lynn
Johnson.
Yeah, Lynn Holly Johnson, yeah.
Lynn Holly Johnson, sorry.
So literally old enough to be their father.
Right. And the character, she was just a very annoying character. And just in terms of, like, they just wanted, I don't know what the thought process was, that we need to have a, you know, we need to have like a super horny 15-year-old who's super horny for this 60-year-old man.
There really isn't. She really does nothing to move the movie forward. She's just there.
No, she is there, and I feel like it does give us some of the introduction to Cristados, played by the wonderful Julian Glover.
Yeah, it kind of helps. I guess it kind of helps kind of make us think that he's the good guy.
Yeah.
That honestly, that switch, that's one of my favorite switches in almost any Bond movies.
And compared to how they handled like the villain reveal in Moonraker, where it's immediate, I'm evil.
I'm Mr. Evil.
Yeah.
Have Bond killed. Oh wait, he's right there. Oh, sorry.
Right.
Bond killed.
You know, there is another Bond girl though, Cassandra Harris, who was married at the time to Pierce Brosnan. And, you know, I don't know whatever happened to Pierce Brosnan, but he'll never come up in any of our conversations. You know, sadly, she died like 10 years after this movie came out. But
I'm watching it in HD on my Blu-rays, and you can definitely see her nip.
Yep. It got by the censors. It's just like, once it's past the censors, it's just preserved in amber for everybody else to be like, well, remember in Diamonds Are Forever? It's the same thing. I'm like,
actually, during the end credits, when you know having the silhouettes of Carol Bouquet, it's like, that's right, it's right there. It's right there. It's in silhouette, but it is right there.
Yep. I know. I remember that because this was like the first Bond movie I would watch on HBO in parts, because this is a Bond movie that you don't just start your Bond adventure on.
No.
This is the Bond movie for the people that have watched enough of that to understand and maybe want to break from the unbelievable silliness of the last few movies.
This Bond movie is an aperitif.
Yes, it is. I think it does a good job of cleansing the palate before next week's movie.
Trust
what
me,
could it be? There are two more. Oh,
yeah, we'll get to the next movie though. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, we will. But I mean, and there are certain action sequences. You were messaging me while you were watching it yesterday that certain action sequences just happen, and then they are no longer happening.
Yeah,
the hockey players.
Yeah. I don't know why they're in the movie. All they serve to do is delay Bond while Luigi guys gets killed.
Right.
But you didn't need it.
I kind of feel too like there needs to be a moratorium that every other Bond movie doesn't need to have a ski chase. I mean, we didn't even start the ski chases until On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah.
And then I don't think we got one. No, we didn't get one in Live and Let Die or Man with the Golden Gun. We did get one we got the most famous one in in Spy Who Loved Me
Yes.
with the
Yeah.
big Union Jack flag, parachute opening up.
Yeah.
And by the way, I know we're not reviewing that movie. The music cue is off.
Well,
I watched that scene, like it starts. It's like it starts opening up, and it opens up too much, and then they hit the Bond theme. It's like, oh no, that's a bad cue. That's a really bad cue. But what are you gonna do? They're probably using analog
yeah.
sound equipment at that point.
Yeah. It's a matter of All right. Wait. Okay, now.
Damn it! Damn it! I gotta reshoot the whole scene again. Oh, that's
Oh,
our
just leave it in.
stupid '70s technology.
We'll leave it in. Nobody's gonna notice. Don't worry.
All right. So, what I like about this movie is it doesn't take itself too seriously. I still think it's overlong. I really think every Roger Moore movie needs to be an hour and 45 minutes maximum.
Yeah, there are definitely some scenes that, well, like the hockey scene.
Hockey scene.
I mean, granted, that was only 5 minutes long, but
a lot of the ski chase scene could have been cut too, and it was like that reservation for the visual gags.
Yeah,
which are paramount to a Roger Moore Bond movie.
The whole Margaret Thatcher scene at the end.
Oh my god!
Please, no.
Oh my god! And I understand this is the Eon is a British film production company.
Yeah,
they are shooting on L Street. They're shooting on the Bond sound stages. Oh my god! Did any American get any of that? Because I know quite a bit about Margaret Thatcher. And I still felt like the whole thing was reduced to cooking in my own home. Oh, Mr. Bond. It's like,
oh,
is that what she was known for? I mean, we all know, growing up in the early 80s and being aware of things, we all knew that Ronald Reagan said, well, a whole lot.
Yeah.
It was her thing, that goofy laugh. It was.
I know a bit about Margaret Thatcher. This is the first time I'd ever found out that her husband's name is Dennis.
I watched The Crown.
Okay. I think I watched like the first 2 episodes.
Okay. The thing is that, and again, that's how it's like. The Moore movies don't know the best way of ending their movies, especially with the really lousy one-liners at the very end. And I'm fairly certain this is more a Moore thing than it is like a Connery thing, or it was definitely not the Lazenby thing. Oh my god, no. God, how inappropriate would a one-liner have been at that moment?
Yeah. I will say though that as far as like the cheesy one-liners that they end with, having Melina say "for your eyes only," not the worst one.
Right. But they also had the whole thing too with the parakeet.
That was just stupid.
Oh, and parakeet, cockatoo. I'm sorry, but you go back to Spy Who Loved Me, keeping the British end up. I believe he's trying re-entry. I can't remember what Octopussy or View to a Kill had for it. And
we'll find out about Octopussy.
Oh, we will. And all right, so another thing that really, and you had mentioned this, really took you out of it. It's at the very beginning, the pre.
Yeah, the whole like scene where he's being attacked by not Blofeld.
Don't say that name. Kevin McClory owns that name.
Yeah, the scene had nothing to do with the rest of the movie, and quite frankly, just thinking back on it, that because this was like at the height of the battle between McClory and the Broccolis.
Yeah,
this whole scene was basically just a giant 10-minute long "fu."
It was. It absolutely was. Funny piece of trivia though. Do you know who played Blofeld? Or I'm sorry, you believe not Blofeld.
Yeah. I don't know the actor's name. You told me that who
Lobot.
It was. Yeah.
Lobot from Empire Strikes Back. He also, by the way, was one of the guilty judges in Superman the movie.
Really interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Guy gets around.
British, bald British actor. Um, you know,
Good for him.
yeah, it was the whole stainless steel delicatessen. I remember like there is a reason for why he said it. I just can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. And then he just dumps him down a chimney stack.
Right, exactly.
Why?
Hey, well, we'll be able to see him again. Ernst Stavro Blofeld will return in
Never say
Wither.
never again.
That's right, he is in that. And that's
Yeah.
the thing too, is that they must have been in pre-production for Never Say Never Again at that point, because that was filmed in '82 for an '83 release.
Yeah.
Right on, it was like came out right around the same time as Octopussy.
Which which is the worst movie?
That's a damn good question, Mike.
Yeah.
That is a damn good question. I might actually put that on Twitter next week. What is a worse movie, Never Say Never Again or Octopussy? Yeah,
That's like, which eye do you want to have poked out?
exactly. Do you want a shit sandwich or do you want a shit wrap?
Do you want salt in your wound or lemon juice?
I feel all right. So here's what I love about this movie: Topol. So first of all, the smoker's tooth polish. How to get that out of the way right now, because that's how Jim and I refer to him as Topol, the smoker's tooth polish. Unrecognizable, and I knew he was in this movie. I saw this movie about 10 years ago. The last time I'd watched this movie was about 10 years ago. I'm like, isn't Topol in this movie? Isn't Topol? And I wasn't even listening to it. But, that distinctive Tevye voice.
Yeah.
Because that's where I know him from. I know him from Fiddler on the Roof first, Flash Gordon second. And it's like...
Yeah, see, I've never seen Flash Gordon, so I've only seen him ever in Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
And then just watching it again, I was like, Topol. Like, wait, I didn't remember seeing Tevye in this movie.
He's a handsome man.
Yes, he is.
He was like his mid-40s at this point. He had like that really debonair European look to him. Part of it was no beard. He just had the mustache, the slick back hair, the tie, the open collar, sport coat stuff. That was fantastic.
And you know what? The man is still alive too. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. And all right, so when we're introduced to him, we're also, we're kind of like, we finally get a little conversation with Christados, who I love Julian Glover, but Christados is kind of like a vanilla bad guy.
It is, but I like the fact that they pass him off as the good guy.
Well, at first.
It's Julian Glover, so you should know that he's going to be the bad guy, because Julian Glover is always the bad guy.
Right. It was just always nice, too, to see Julian, like Bond sit down and eat with somebody. That wasn't, a conquest.
No. And I do love Julian Glover. I love seeing him pop up whenever he can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. He's a delight to watch. My wife had a master class with him.
Really?
She studied in England. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And I actually saw him on the British stage in Richard II.
Ooh. I could see him doing that.
Yeah, no, he's a British actor. Huh?
Is he still around?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. I mean, he was also on Game of Thrones. He's done a lot. He's done an awful lot.
Oh, wow. I just pulled up his Wikipedia page. I didn't realize he voiced Aragog in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, dude definitely gets around. He's had his finger in everything except for Marvel, Disney, or Star Wars. No, he wasn't Star Wars. He was General Veers.
So technically, he's in Disney after
adjacent. He's in Disney adjacent. Yeah. And he's also Donovan in Last Crusade.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that the movie is good. I feel like Bond is there. Bond is there to move the action, and Roger Moore is perfectly serviceable in this. But it's the other parts of this. Carol Bouquet is fantastic in this. Melina
I,
is one of the best Bond girls.
oh yeah, I mean, she's like legitimately is out for revenge, and it's a good reason for why she's wanted for revenge, and she's willing to kill
Yeah.
that crossbow of hers.
Oh, I love that she's behind the crossbow. How much is that crossbow in the window? Yeah, no,
Yeah,
she was.
and she is so strikingly beautiful too.
She is. She is. Now, I was thinking about this too, about like the best Bond girls. None of them are blondes. They're all brunettes. Think about that. And we had this conversation last week about Holly Goodhead. For as stupid a name as it is, we both really liked her
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
Barbara Bach in Spy Who Loved Me, also great Bond girl.
Yeah. Oh,
Ava Green as Vesper Lind in Casino Royale, amazing Bond girl.
yeah. She was in Man with Golden Gun, and she's going to be an Octopussy.
Maud Adams.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Phenomenal Bond girl. Well, I mean, to a certain extent, but she's an amazing actress, and she's brunette.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hell, even Honor Blackman was not a blonde. So.
Wow. Yeah. For some reason, I'd always seen Pussy Galore as being blonde.
Yeah, no, she's like
I
a
even,
sandy blonde, like dark blonde.
yeah.
If you're gonna consider that at all. But yeah, no, it is an interesting thing too, because it does break the mold of having the hot blonde as the as the love interest in these testosterone fueled movies.
And I another thing I really like about this movie is the fact that they did kind of tone down the look a lady, let's have sex. He has sex with the Contessa.
2 women, 2.
Yep.
I mean, he makes up for it in terms of how many people he kills in this movie, but I think he kills like 13 people in this movie. Especially that one guy, like the assassin, who just looks like an assassin. When he kicks the car off the cliff. But
yeah, there are a lot of like really greasy looking assassins in this one, aren't there?
There are. And I will say too, I love using Greece as a locale. I felt like it was gorgeous. It's not one that they use a lot of. And I really enjoyed that as the primary setting for this movie. Even though we still had to go to whatever Swiss or Alpine area. I lose track. But I mean, all in all, I mean, I enjoyed this movie. This was a good pick.
Yeah, and again, the whole scene where like they throw him on they're dragging him behind the boat.
Yeah,
I'm like, you could have just shot him, but at the same time, it's a fun scene.
Yeah,
seeing they're actually getting like beat up pretty much under that, and you get I believe those were bull sharks. Those are bull or tigers. I think they were bull.
And then like one dude's gotta get tossed over the boat and just get devoured, because that's how sharks work.
And then Spielberg. and then again, like using his wits, not his inventions, to get out of that.
Yeah.
Cutting it with the coral and wrapping it around that huge piece. That's why I like this movie so much more, because it's Bond being Bond and not Bond being, oh, look, I've got a gadget for this. I've got a gadget.
Right, exactly. Now, I could easily see this being retooled. I mean, it's not like they haven't retooled and retold the same Bond story over again. This is one that could easily be done with whoever replaces Daniel Craig.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the story itself is, it's a decent one, but it's not, you get the secret, like decoder thing, or that they have to find.
Oh yeah. The MacGuffin.
Yeah,
It's just a MacGuffin.
yeah. I also like the fact that at the end he had the like the Soviet premiere or whatever.
Yeah.
So he just chucks it over the side. It's like, hey, you
It'll
don't have it.
neither of us
I don't
have
have
it.
it. I said,
Yeah.
it's détente.
Yeah.
And the Soviet's like, all right, cool, whatever.
So yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah,
Not looking forward to next week's, but that's
yeah.
neither here nor there.
No,
I
that is there.
well, yeah,
It's not here.
I have a vague memory of it being like extra long.
Yeah, well, let me take a look here. This one was an hour and 27 minutes, so 2 hours 7 minutes.
Yep.
Um, and we've already kind of revealed what our next pick is, but yeah, next week we're going to be doing Octopussy. And where are you? All right, I'm just gonna have to type you in.
It's 2 hours and 11 minutes long.
So it's actually only about 4
It's
minutes
only
longer
3
than this
minutes
one.
longer, but it feels
Yeah.
longer.
Oof. According to Wikipedia, it's 131 minutes.
That's two
Which is
hours and 11 minutes. 120.
oh, you're right. You're right. No, yeah, sorry. I got a D in college math. Okay,
Fair. That's
it
fair.
was passing, so that's all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
but it's so weird. Like your least favorite was Moonraker. Then it leads right into my most favorite For Your Eyes Only, which leads
Your
right into
least
my least
favorite,
favorite,
which is
Octopussy.
Octopussy. Oh god, it's a rough run. It was a
Yeah, it's
really rough
up and down
run.
more than kangaroos in mating season.
Oh man. Yeah. So, no, any other thoughts on For Your Eyes Only? Only for you? You see what no one else can see? Now I'm breaking free. For Your Eyes Only. Ba-bum!
For your eyes only.
Ba-bum! That
The song's
if it's in
it's
the
not.
car, if it's playing in the car, I'll always at least hit the dashboard with just the piano chord. Ba-bum.
It's not great, but it lives up in your head. You hear it, and
It's
it just stays there.
there is a fine line about the Bond songs. There's absolutely a fine line about all of the Bond songs, which are the good ones, which are the not so good ones.
Yeah.
There are more bad Bond songs than there are good Bond songs. So when you get a good Bond song, this one ekes its way in.
Yeah.
Um,
This one's
that
like
might
more
be
than 50%.
yeah, that might be an interesting conversation to have once we're all done with all of this. Maybe just do like a quickie audio podcast where we just thumbs up, thumbs down.
Didn't
There's
we cover this
25
when
of
we
them.
didn't we cover this when we did our Bond episode?
10 years ago, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That was before Spectre came out.
Yeah.
And there's been another movie since then.
Actually, that might have been before Skyfall came out too.
I think you know what I think it was. I think it was right before Skyfall came out. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's
it
worth a
was the
retouch.
same year as Skyfall at the very least.
Yeah, it's worth a retouch.
Definitely worth a retouch. Where we just talk the songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a thumbs up, thumbs down type of thing. That might be that would be fun to talk about. So
It would.
So anyway, yeah, that's great. So any other thoughts on For Your Eyes Only?
No.
All right. Well, I guess we
Really,
throw that
really
over to
enjoyed
our
it.
audience then. What are your thoughts on For Your Eyes Only? Leave a polite comment below. Let us know, where does this rank in your Roger Moore bonds and in your bonds overall? We'd love to know. So leave that. If you like what you see here, thank you. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you can get this every week when we do our movie reviews. Give it a thumbs up as well. Share this video with your friends too if you're like, hey, these dudes are talking Bond. Nobody's talking Bond right now, and I love James Bond. I can't explain why I love James Bond. Go for it. Also, Mike and I host a little podcast called Geek Salad. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts. Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify. Last week, we just released our audio commentary / riff of Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So that was a tough one.
Yeah.
And
Every
I
time,
apologize to our regular listeners that it was so long, but we stuck with it for the entire damn movie. So
every time I watch that movie, it gets harder to watch.
it
It
does.
is.
It does. So, if you like us and you want to follow us on the socials, you can check us out on Twitter at Geek Salad Radio and on Facebook at Geek Salad Podcast. Check out our swag store at TeePublic, keyword Geek Salad Podcast. And I think that is about it. So, until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm like.
Go forth and be nerdful.